bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to Hour 3. Got about half an hour to go to the show. Coming up at 10:30. Had to load it away from me. Gotta be moms. The American moms. Here on WOCA. Give you a brief update. Duke Energy is still reporting localized outages north of Ocala. Clay Electric has a few outages reported in northeast and northwest Marion County. Seco still says no outages, and my last look at Ocala Electric said no outages. If you're experiencing an outage and you're in one of those areas, give us a call, 622-9622, to let us know that there are outages. The 8 o'clock advisory from the National Hurricane Center says the storm still has a maximum sustained winds of 65 miles an hour. We'll get another update at 11. It is now about 35 miles due northwest of Cedar Key, still going towards the Big Bend. So a turn towards the northeast is expected later this afternoon. So it's going to race across Georgia, South Carolina, and it'll still they still expect to have tropical storm force winds as it gets up to New Jersey, New York, and Massachusetts. So this is a storm that's going to affect the eastern seaboard for a few days to come into the weekend probably. But as we've reported here at the airport, the rain is still coming down in a good amount. The wind is back and forth, whipping back and forth. You can see the trees off on the other side of the runway are blowing, but when you look up at those clouds, Joe Martone's in the studio with me.
Yeah.
So we're watching those clouds. Those clouds are getting on at a pretty good clip going by.
About 14, 15 miles an hour, yeah.
I'm seeing that there's a bird out there. He's flying as hard as he can fly.
Sideways.
Into the wind, and it's blowing him backwards. Yeah. He's making no progress.
No. Not too many dumb birds out there.
No progress, this bird.
Go with the wind. Go with the flow.
You said dumb birds.
I did. Did I ring a bell?
So I was at city council last night.
Oh, what a segue that was. All thoughts are Tom's.
Yeah, if you have any problems with anything I say, send your emails to Joe. Tom at WOCA.com. You can send them to Joe, too, if you want to. But
I'll forward them to Tom.
If you send it to Joe, he's just going to forward it to me. So,
did you check your closings? Do you have any closings?
Not yet. There are no closings that have been reported.
I emailed you some, I thought.
Did you?
Yeah, I thought I did.
Well,
I tell you what, dress them up, give them a new set of shirts.
When did you email these to me? Earlier?
About 7 o'clock this morning, 7:30 this morning when I first came in here.
Oh, let me go look. There may be some closings.
I would say with the dawn, but there's no dawn today. It's just gray. It's amazing. We're sitting here and all you see is gray. Unbeknownst to us, on the other side of that gray is a sunshine warming the top of the gray, but at the bottom of the gray, that's what we have.
That's what I used to love living in North Carolina. As when I lived in Blowing Rock, I'd wake up in the mornings, and you'd say, "Oh, look at the fog down in the valley." That's not fog. We're above the clouds.
Above the clouds. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Boone. Oh yeah. Boone. Blowing Rock. I used to love when I used to go for.
Suntran is suspended service.
Oh.
So you
can't get here to there from there to here.
Not able to take the city buses today.
There's a couple. I think 3 of them I threw you.
No, you just sent me one.
No, yeah, I thought it was 3.
I'm looking at it.
I thought it was 3. I'm pretty sure it was 3.
No, I got one note from you.
Just one, huh?
Yep, about Suntran.
About Suntran. What was the other one say?
I got it at 7:48. I don't have anything else from you.
Something was from Ocala, the city of Ocala.
I got nothing else from you, just the Suntran. And that's the city of Ocala sent that out.
Oh, okay. All right, there you go.
Suntran services will be experiencing suspension of services due to Tropical Storm Elsa beginning Wednesday, July 7th at 5 a.m. Bus services are expected to resume by 1 p.m. on the same day. You can go get more information at by calling Suntran at 401-6999 or go to suntran.org/home to find out more information.
That's it. Or they go watch us on YouTube on WOCA, and they'll know what the heck's going on, too.
You're trying to delay me from talking about city council, aren't you?
Well, yes. How am I doing so far?
Not good, because I still remember what happened last night.
Can't derail it.
Let me start by saying this. Has nothing to do with the fire chief or the city manager.
Okay, I'll listen then. How about 7-Eleven?
That's an hour and 20 minutes of my life I'm never getting back.
You're never getting back.
Ever.
Well, that's why you're not sitting on the bench there, because if
Somebody-
you would, I know you would have said, shut up.
If I was public office, about the third person that said the same thing,
Yeah, it's like,
I'd have been like, look, we've heard that twice. Shut up. Sit down.
yeah, well, I would say, I would have been a little more. I would have said, we've heard that once, we've heard it twice. You're redundant. Do you have anything new to add?
I said the same thing. We heard that already. Shut up. Sit down. That discussion would have took about. Look, I watch these meetings, and I sit on the board, the Marion County Historical Commission. Okay, and it's not as well attended as these meetings,
Right.
Because we don't do as important a business. We do important stuff, but not as important as running the city.
Right.
Okay,
I'm listening.
but I'm on that board, and believe me, that entire board knows if we do, because we've had a couple meetings where
Now, is that open
there's
to the
been-
public
Yeah, it
also?
is. It's open to the public. Matter of fact, we do it next Monday. We'll be in where are we at next Monday?
I don't know. It's the first thing that goes. Oh, I can't remember. What is it?
Are we in?
Poor Tom. Poor Tom.
I forget where we are next.
Open
Monday.
mouth, insert foot.
We're in
What is it?
Denellen. I think we may be in Denellen next week at the public
There's a
library.
website you can go to. To see
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
It's okay, good.
yeah. You can go to this Marion County website and find out where we. I need to go. Somebody needs to tell me, and I'm on the commission.
Mike,
I got it
you've
written
been told where to go.
I got it
many
written down on
times.
the calendar at home.
Ah,
so.
different way. Okay.
Yeah, different way telling me where to go. Though.
Oh,
That's a different
way.
thing.
Okay,
Different
okay.
thing. But we've had a couple, 3, 4 of those. I've served on it now for a little over 4 years,
Really?
and we've had usually we average about 1 or 2 a year where it's 20, 30 people may show up because there's something we're talking like moving the flags, the 5 flags of Florida, where they used to sit on the corner of 25th and Fort King, right at the open
Right.
entrance to McPherson.
I remember that. Yeah.
There was a big push to get the Confederate flag taken down and all, so the flags got moved. They're still out where you can see them. They're just
right
by
on
the
25
national.
now.
They're by the natural the history of natural. The Marion County Museum at McPherson. You know who's going to get me for this? Because Richard Cardinale, Dr. Cardinale, he listens to this show, and when I see him next, he's going to be like, "You don't even know the names of the museum that you make decisions for." He's gonna crush me. He's gonna crush me.
You're crushing yourself. You don't need no help.
No, he doesn't need any help. But the one thing I do know is that
One.
when we've had large groups of people in to talk, the board that I sit on knows that there's one person that will say, "Yeah, we've heard that." I literally done this. I literally go, let me stop you right there. We've heard the points you're making numerous times already tonight. You got anything else? Because if you don't have anything else, please sit down and let somebody else have an opportunity.
And they get mad. Well, I wanted to say, you're saying the same thing.
Doesn't bother me.
No. Do they sit down?
Doesn't bother me. Sometimes they don't.
They say the same thing over and over
Doesn't
again.
matter to me. I made my
How
point.
many minutes do they have?
2.
They have 2 minutes? You do a lot of talking.
3 minutes.
Oh, you do a lot of talking in 3 minutes.
So, but I mean, I'll cut them off in the middle of their 3 minutes. That. Already heard that. You got anything else to add? Because if you don't,
Now,
give me
all
time
this-
to somebody
the
else.
whole proceedings been recorded?
oh yeah, their minutes are taken on. I don't think we actually record our meetings.
Oh.
You can't watch them or anything. Like I had
Last night they watched on Facebook.
Oh yeah, you can watch the Zoom. You can watch Zoom.
Zoom.
A lot of people did.
I didn't know you could watch Zoom and not
Oh, yeah.
participate in Zoom.
Yeah, you can watch.
You don't have to log in or anything?
Yeah, you have to log in. There was a link you had to log into to get the.
How do you find where that link is?
It's on the Ocala City website page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the county does the same thing. You can watch all the county meetings and everything the same exact way. School board, same exact way.
Did we have a channel that you could watch?
Yeah, you do. The public access channel. You watch all the school board meetings on the public access.
Where's the access channel?
It's on one whatever the cable provider is for this.
Oh,
area.
it's a cable provider thing, so you can't get it.
No, can't get it on
antenna.
regular antenna. No. Joe, note to Joe. It's 2021. Get away from the antenna. Actually get a service that shows you channels that aren't me TV.
Well, what I'm trying to get across to you is there are more than one cable and or satellite?
It's Cox.
Okay. So the rest, if you don't have Cox, you can't watch it.
Sorry about your luck.
Yeah. That's no good.
But you can go to the school board website and watch it.
You wouldn't tell me that ahead of time, did you?
Yeah.
You wanted me to
But
put
the
my
school
phone
board
on.
also is on the local access channel, which we've tried to get the school board to partner with us before to put football games on that local access channel. Yeah, don't get me started on that. But my point, the point I was trying to make is that this meeting last night could have been streamlined. That's my first observation.
An hour and a half instead of a month.
Hour and 20 minutes on whether, and here's the thing. It was about a beer and wine license for a 7-Eleven.
So the 7-Eleven is going in there whether they have a license or not.
Well, if they don't have a license, the 7-Eleven will go in there. 7-Eleven's not going in if they can't sell beer and wine. But here's the thing. The city council doesn't make the decision on whether they get a beer or wine license. They just make a decision on whether the zoning is correct for a business that could sell beer and wine.
That's the ag?
The state actually issues the license.
Agriculture.
So this was a discussion last night on whether the property in question was a proper place to put a convenience store for beer and wine. The people in Woodland Village said it's not because it butts up our neighborhood and we don't want a convenience store.
It butts up their neighborhood.
It does. It butts up right to that piece of property, butts up right to the Woodland Village property.
That's what they call 8-foot fence.
But here's the issue. And this was brought up by numerous people on council, and yet they still talk about it ad nauseum.
Okay, and ad nauseum. I like that, ad nauseum. Yeah.
Right across the street from said piece of property. And when I say right across the street, as Joe is looking out right now, see that Buick that's sitting out there in front of you?
Uh-huh.
That's right across from you, right?
Uh-huh.
So take that as a reference. Right across from where you're sitting.
Uh-huh.
If you were the 7-Eleven, there already exists a restaurant and a convenience store that sell beer and wine.
Well, why would you want to put it there?
That's a 7-Eleven question.
Right.
But the fact that there were so many people up in arms about, and they kept saying it was a liquor license. It's not. It's beer and wine.
Yeah, liquor license is a
Okay?
totally different thing.
Totally different thing. But, and see, that's another way where if I was sitting on the board and they kept saying liquor license, I go, hey, let me stop you right there. You don't even know what kind of license you're talking about. Sit down.
Sit down.
It'd have been that easy.
Yeah.
But they already have beer and wine in two establishments still within walking distance of this development that doesn't want a store. In an area that is the lowest crime area in the city of Ocala. But they think this new store is going to introduce crime because it stays open, because they'll be able to sell
convenience for them.
they'll be able to sell beer till 2 because it's a 24-hour convenience store.
So that wouldn't be a convenience for the community. No.
Well, there is 600 residents in that community, and they vote they're a very good voting bloc. So that community, I understand the concerns of that community.
But wouldn't that be a convenience for them also? Not for beer or wine, just for...
Like the man said, we already got one.
Where?
Right across the street.
Beer and wine.
At a convenience store.
Oh. But they're going to sell gas too, though, right?
The convenience store across the street sells gas.
Oh, does it really?
Yep.
Oh, off air.
And there's a large, one of those large gas stations that just moved here to start with a W.
That's across the street?
No, it's down about a third of a mile.
On the right, going away from town?
Going away from town, yeah.
Yeah, across from a burger joint.
Right. And a green type grocery store.
Yeah.
So they're my question would be, why would 7-Eleven put a store there in the first place?
Well, I'll tell you easy. That's an easy one.
Money. Yeah.
Well, money, that's number one. But they just don't say, oh, well.
No, they did a market study.
Oh, you're not kidding me.
So that took up the first hour and 20 minutes of this meeting.
Okay.
Then they did some housekeeping. By the time they got to the fire chief of the firing that was shoddy at best.
In your opinion?
No. It was shoddy at best.
Okay.
Okay, there was no email documentation of complaints. There was not at one time was the chief made aware that there were any allegations or complaints against him.
Okay.
Not at any time was city council made aware of this. Not at any time was an investigation done. There was just paperwork written up about why Ken Whitehead thought that he should fire Shane Alexander because he lost faith in him.
Okay.
Okay.
Continue.
So then the city council, it all became about, it wasn't about the chief now. It was about their confidence in the city manager because of the way this firing had been handled.
Huh. I'm listening.
Here's what I'll tell you that happened last night. They brought it to a vote after some haggling about who could nominate, who could bring up this motion. The gavel was handed over to Brent Molliver, who's councilman, so that the president of the city council could bring a motion. Justin Graybell brought a motion to relieve Sandra Wilson of her duties as city manager. It was seconded by Councilman Matt Wardell. There was discussion, open discussion between council members. There was open discussion for people out of the gallery. A lot of support for the chief. A lot of support for Ms. Wilson.
So they came up to the microphone and
people supported the chief mainly on his merits as a chief and his 27 years of service in Marion County and Ocala. One man come to the podium and literally looked at the city council members and go, "We know who you are. We'll remember if you don't vote the way we want you to vote, and we got your number." Almost in a threatening manner.
Almost. He was almost over the line.
Almost in a threatening manner.
Yeah.
And he said, "You better not get rid of this black woman," and made it about race immediately.
What?
And this had nothing to do with race. This had to do with whether she was running the city, whether she had the ability to have control over the people that work under her or not. And these two council members who voted against her had no confidence that she could do that. Not at once was race brought up in this, yet because she's an African-American woman, it immediately went there. So here's my take on what happened last night, though. After all the back and forth between the people in the gallery and everything, a vote was held. The vote went 3-2 against firing her. She retained her job. Matt Wardell and Justin Graybell voted to relieve her of her duties. Jay Musley, Brent Molliver, and Irie Bethea voted to keep her as the city manager. Whether you agree with the decision or not, and I'm on record, and I will say it right now, I did not agree with the decision. I thought she should have been replaced.
Okay.
That's Tom Schmitz talking.
Okay.
But as a radio show host who is objective and who brings to you facts the way they're presented, what happened last night was democracy worked.
Okay.
We elected 5 people, people that lived in the city, and at the time I lived in the city, so I helped elect them.
Okay.
The 5 people that we elected to do the job of governing our city did just that.
Right.
3-2 vote. She kept her job. The way the charter's set up, the way government is set up, the way the representative government is set up, the system worked.
Now,
I don't agree with the decision, the system that they made, but the system, the way it's designed, worked.
All right.
And that's all you can ask.
Now, let me ask you this. Coming up in November.
September.
September, sorry. They're going to be
4 of the 5 seats on city council are up for election. The only seat that is not up for election is Councilman Irie Bethea.
And why is that?
Because he won last year. Yeah, in a special election. There are three seats up. Jay Musley is running again. Brent Molliver is running again. Justin Graybell will not run again. So there are 3 seats that are up because it's their time to be voted on.
Where's Matt Wardell?
Matt Wardell's seat is up as a special election. It will only be for a 2-year term, not a 4-year term.
Oh, because he resigned.
Because he's resigned.
Halfway through.
Right. Yes. And the mayor's up for re-election. So potentially there's 5 councilmen and the mayor.
And Sandra,
And 5 of the
Sandra
6,
Wilson?
she is not elected. She is appointed by the council.
So the council people that are in there, 2 of those opposed, 3 did not.
Yes.
Those 5 are going to be reelected, and
4 of those 5 will be up for election.
And if they say,
If Matt Wardell and Justin Graybell aren't coming back, there's going to be new council members in their seat because they're not running again.
right, two.
If Jay Musley and Brent Molliver lose and 2 people are put in their seat, sure, it can be brought up again that
the next
they don't have confidence in this lady. Certainly.
So it'll be.
And by the way, her contract only goes to next September anyway.
Next
then,
September,
then,
not this September.
Then it's up to council whether they
want to keep her
or replace her.
How long is her tender in each time?
I think it's up for review every 2 years, I would think.
2 or 4?
2.
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but
Uh-oh.
I will tell you this. The man who had the last word was the lawyer representing former Chief Shane Alexander. The city's going to face a lawsuit.
Oh, you think
Taxpayer, not think so.
Oh.
He said so.
Really?
And he's never lost a lawsuit against the municipality that he's taken out. That's the first thing.
He's local?
I don't know where his office is located.
Okay.
I was gone by this point. I watched it. I went back home and watched it after the fact.
Oh, you had work to do last night.
But the city's facing a lawsuit. By the way, if they'd released Sandra Wilson of her position last night, they'd probably faced a lawsuit there too.
Either or.
So I think either way they were facing a lawsuit. But they're going to face a lawsuit. And not only that, but now, what's the working relationship going to be for the next 2 months with this council and the city manager? Because the elections are still 2 months away.
Now, you keep saying Sandra Wilson
Is the city manager.
right. But Ken Whitehead
Is the assistant city manager who did all the 5th grade trapper keeper notebook paper writing.
All right. When he did all this,
Yes.
who directed him to do this? Or was
Well,
he
that's
supposed to
the
have done it
question. If it was on his own without the knowledge of the city manager, then she has no control over her staff and she should be let go. If she directed him to do this witch hunt firing, in my opinion, then she did it for political reasons, which was what it looked like last night.
Okay.
Then that's a hit job. She should have been relieved of her duties, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not on the council.
So I asked you
The
right
council
question.
voted 3-2 to retain her. And by the way, whether you agree with that decision or not, and again, I do not agree with that decision.
You made it multiple times, yes.
The process worked.
There you go.
The process of electing representatives to do our bidding for us at the city council, and when issues come up that votes are taken, they voted, a decision was made, and you move on. The process of democracy worked last night.
So the
I didn't like the outcome of it as a citizen, but the process of democracy was in full shine last night, and it worked.
So the citizens of Ocala proper, if they did not like the outcome of it, elections are coming up.
100%. That's how you can distinguish whether you like the outcome or not. A lot of people will say the swing vote was Jay Musley. I don't know if it was or not. I don't know how Brent Oliver voted against it, just like Jay Musley and Irie Bethea. I promise you, Irie Bethea was not going to vote to fire Sandra Wilson. I know Irie. I know he's a lifelong employee of the city. He's had a relationship with Sandra for many years. I knew Irie Bethea was going to be the affirmative for Sandra Wilson. I was pretty sure Brent Oliver was going to be in the affirmative for Sandra Wilson. So a lot of people say Jay Musley was the swing vote.
You don't
And you don't know whether he was or not. But if you didn't like the way Brent Oliver and Jay Musley voted last night, their jobs are up for re-election. If you want to make a statement, go to the voting box and make a statement.
Right.
Coming up next,
What?
The American Bombs.
No.
We're done here.
Okay.
Stay tuned to WOCAs. We'll have weather updates throughout the afternoon. 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3